Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Ruby the Elite. Today we are on Volume 4. We should be done with the Morphous videos, but we're not. Let's start by doing a little venting, reflecting on why the bike looks like it currently does, and the aggravation that I currently have with this bike. So I rode the bike home initially and didn't notice there was a light that was turning red in the bottom of the cluster. Didn't really pay too much attention to it. I was really trying to focus on the road. I was on a new bike riding it home. I didn't realize what that was until I finished all the videos that I showed you folks. I took it out for a ride. Its first ride, after about 10 minutes or so, it started overheating. The light came on solid. It was the longest I had ridden the bike, which was about, like I said, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I brought the bike home. Started taking all the hoses off of it, took the thermostat out. I checked that, even bought a new thermostat. Took a look at the water pump, made sure that was functioning. Everything was fine. Come to find out, I had a major blockage in my radiator. Took the radiator, tried to get the blockage cleaned, could not get it cleaned out. So I took the radiator up to Yamaha, it's not too far from where I live, and just asked them about it. And they said, yeah, they've seen problems with that in the past, but it all could have been avoided if the previous owners would have did maintenance on the bike. And they didn't. This is the same as, 10, 12 bikes I bought. You get these bikes, you buy them from nice people, but terrible scooter owners who don't take care of their bikes. They treat them like lawnmowers. They put them in the corner and think that they're always going to run right. They put some gas in it, and, oh, yeah, I'll take it out, take it for a ride, and you don't have to maintain it. Well, you saw the videos I've done up to this point, and you saw everything I've had to do. So it's just a very aggravating situation. But we'll get back to the radiator in a moment. All right, let's switch gears and talk about this outer trans cover. You can see it's all scratched up. This foam is stuck to the outside, and then each one of these foam pieces, they're all stuck to the old cover, and they're not reusable. So you have to order them, but they don't come in a kit. You got to order them all individually. Each piece, and half of them are in stock and half aren't. So I'm waiting on all those. I'm also waiting on this outer piece. That is over 8 pieces, all waiting from Yamaha still. I wanted to talk about the filter here. I mentioned this in the last video, and I showed you the new one. You can see how it's got the nice copper pieces that allow you to line the screws up. And it fits really nice right into where it needs to go. Now, this is the one I forgot to mention. This orange one I bought first, the holes don't line up at all. They're missing the nice little metal washers that will allow it to seat well. But look at this, they don't even line up. I saw this and I was like, you know what? There is no way. I figured with the MGO, that was a little bit cheaper and it worked out, but this isn't an MGO. This is just junk. So you just got to transfer this piece of rubber that goes in that groove. And then once you transfer it to the new one, it goes on perfectly, beautifully, the way it's supposed to. So if you see these for sale on eBay, stay away from the dark orange one and then just buy the pretty nice yellow one. And here you go. The OEM one is installed, fits perfect. No worries there. Definitely you want to go with the OEM one this time. Here you go. This one makes a nice frisbee. Just throw it out. That's never going to get used. All right, switching gears again, we're going to talk about all of the outer plastics, all the fairings on the bike. I showed you a video early on, and I said that I waxed it all up, buffed it up. It looks beautiful, and from 10 feet away, it does look pretty good, maybe 10 or 15 feet. But when you get up close on the bike, this is what you find. This is after I had done my diligence and buffed them, tried to get them looking nice. No. Ended up going to Yamaha and I bought a whole new set of plastics. I want the bike to look really nice. I do not want to settle for the way that it looked, which was not nice. It has scratches all over it. So these are the new pillar pieces that arrived, and they're replacing these scratched up ones. Now I've got other pieces as well, but you can see these are the new ones. And I can tell you, they're not cheap. But they have raised the price again. I bought these from Partzilla, and I think they've gone up another 25% since I bought them. But again, you know, I might go ahead and sell the old plastics. I might paint them a different color. Just these little metal tabs, you got to remove them from the old ones. Make sure you do if you decide to sell them, because the new ones do not come with those little metal pieces that are for mounting. So it's one of those things where you could easily make the mistake and not know until after they're gone. The front of it, though, you can see here, it looks pretty good. So this was the last piece. It was about $450 to replace it, but this didn't have any major scratches. I was able to buff out this and make it look nice out of all the pieces. The rest, they all look like crap, to be completely honest. And I've gotten some of them in. I'm still waiting on a few others, but these are the underneath pieces that go along the running boards. And look at this. This is what you look at when you get on the bike every time. How nasty and scarred this is. And again, this is not like it needs to be washed. This is after I've buffed and waxed these. It just will not get any nicer. And it's, you know, black is so hard to keep clean as it is. You're really, if you're going to buy something black, you need to do a better job at taking care of it, keeping it covered. This obviously sat in the garage and stuff was thrown at it, or something happened, who knows, but I have no other idea of what could have happened that would have caused all these scrapes and scratches, except for just being poorly maintained in the garage, have it in the corner, stuff falling on it. I mean, I don't see how you could scratch these as bad as they are. So you could see here, these are the old ones, and then right next, these are the brand new ones that were in that box. And besides a few other pieces that I'm still waiting for, like the big side pieces that have Morphus on them, a lot of the stuff's came in. You can see the long running boards I've got right here and how nice the new ones look. It's like night and day. They like glisten compared to the old ones. Now I know you're going to get a scratch here or there, and I could live with that. But I couldn't live with how bad they looked compared to the new panels. I mean, again, when you have black, it's going to be one of those things. Do you want it to look nice, or do you not want it to? That's why the first video when we were talking, or I was talking to you actually, I said, what am I going to do? Am I going to paint the panels? I'm going to do something. Well, in order to get them professionally painted, it kind of takes away from the originality of the bike. And that's the one thing that I didn't want. You see the silver piece, though, that I just pointed to? That's the one piece I'm putting on the bike of the other color that it came in for that year. I thought it'd be a cool little twist. This is that outer transmission cover I was telling you. And you can see how all of the foam pieces, I'm still waiting on all those. So, who knows? I ordered those back in May as well. Still haven't seen any of them. They're all on back order. I asked them to ship some of the parts that they had, which they have, as you can see. But everything else, I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on that. I'm still waiting, like I said, on a few of the other outer pieces. Like 3 or 4 are on their way. Actually, including both those side pieces. They're both on their way. The actual trunk, that's, I think, the last piece I'm waiting on as far as the fairings. And then I'll have them all, except for, like I said, the front one. So, we are back into the garage, and as you've noticed, the Morphus is not in the garage. What I did was I pieced it all up, and I have it somewhere else just to give me some room. And once I get all the pieces, which I'm not supposed to get them until October, I'm not going to have the bike all taken apart, sitting in the middle of my garage any longer. So, you know, I was venting about that at the beginning of the video, and, you know, it's just been an aggravation. You know, that radiator, not only is it a few $100s, but it was unexpected. You know, I was sold the bike with it thinking it was at least running. You know, I could deal with the scratches and everything, but it wasn't even running correct when I bought it, and that was just a complete turnoff. Again, the owner didn't ride it regularly, so he probably didn't know. But if he would have maintained the bike, if he would have taken it, had the coolant replaced, I could tell you with certainty that the coolant has never been replaced on it. It was like sludge in the bike, and it did not look anything at all like Yamaha coolant. I put Yamaha and Honda coolant in bikes, and you could see after 5 years, it looks the same. This was much, much older than 5 years old. So there is a sense of aggravation when it comes to the prior owner that, you know, it ended up me footing the bill for something that he should have taken care of, that I thought was working, that at the end of the day wasn't. So, you know, I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. It was just my one time of aggravation said out loud, just so y'all know how I feel and why these videos have been delayed. You know, I haven't been able to show you any kind of progress because not only am I waiting on parts months since April, I'm waiting on parts from Yamaha because of COVID. COVID has just killed everything. It's just, you can't get any kind of urgency on anything coming from Japan. It's just all on back order. So what are you going to do? You know, you just got to wait till it arrives. But in the meantime, I removed the bike out of the garage just because I didn't want it sitting in pieces all over the place. I needed the room so I could do something else. Now the venting and reflecting is done. You know, I don't stay mad for long, especially when I've got a new project. No, not the seed of Ruby. I've got a new project coming. Another scooter. And it's not a scooter that I have seen in a long time, and I'm not going to give away what it is. It may be a Honda, it may be a Yamaha, it may be something else. Well, no, it probably won't. It'll probably be a Honda or it'll be a Yamaha. But I'm not going to tell you what. I'm going to bring it in and we're going to do a bunch of videos on that. And then hopefully in the meantime, you know, we'll get the parts for the Morphus and I can finish those videos. But the real reason was we're in the garage and we got something new coming. And actually I already have it. I just got to get everything put in here so that we can, you know, start working on it. So this open space of nothing will have a bike, and I'll be sharing all the videos once again with you. So coming soon, and that's going to do it for the Morphus video. Sorry again for the delay. Hopefully we'll get this new video out soon and we'll continue to trek on. But if you like my videos, please subscribe. And if you like the content, give me a thumbs up. But I'll be seeing you soon.